Day 14, Texans training camp in the books. I'm Daniel Gotero out here reporting as I've been throughout camp. And one of the things that we've noticed from this team, especially in practice and now that we've seen translate to the games, is the productivity along that defensive line, the depth along that defensive line. Guys like Rasheem Green, Damon Harris. These players have been in the league for at least a couple of years, but they're getting their opportunities here to perform in a defense that's pretty conducive to them doing some good things. Lovie Smith today after practice, very complimentary of that group. In fact, let's go hear from Lovie Smith about what he says about that defensive line, the depth along that unit, and then we'll also hear from guys that have been making another impact along that offense, guys like Kyle Allen, who performed pretty well. Here's what they had to say about the progress of this offense so far.
As far as playing time for them, we're going to play the guys a lot more this week. This is the game we've kind of been shooting for, to play the guys, you know, not going to say exactly how long right now, but a lot more. We've known that we had good depth, but you can never have too many good defensive linemen. And it's always most times it's going to come down to them too, you know, finishing, being able to rush. Their best rushes at the end of the game. Both of our games we've gotten at. This week, some of the guys that haven't played as much, you know, Malik Collins will play this week. Jerry Holmes will, you know, so anxious to see those guys play too. You got to keep in mind that we haven't played our entire offense together. We've had 2-3 linemen out, tight end, and it's not in there. Running back went in there this week. Wide receiver went there. So I wouldn't put too much into it. We like what we're getting in practice. Those guys are healthy. We'll be ready to go when they need to go.
It's cool, man. I mean, obviously spent 4 years of my life in the area, 2 years here, 2 years at A&M, and it's kind of familiar, you know. You come here and you don't feel like you're out of place, and, you know, a lot of good guys on the team, a lot of good coaches, so it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I've only really been in the North Turner style offense, West Coast, so this one is a little bit different terminology-wise and kind of just scheme and philosophy, so it took a little bit to kind of get changed over to that, but I feel like I'm getting really comfortable with it, and it makes a lot of good sense.
I feel good. I feel like I'm clicking right now. I feel comfortable. I'm healthy, thank God. So I'm just out here just trying to make the most out of every day. Obviously, offensive football is about getting your playmakers the ball, and I think that he's really great at that. And once we start opening up, I think people are starting to see it. But obviously right now it's preseason football. We're going out. We're trying to win every game, but still not trying to show everything. So things will get better. We complement each other. I mean, me and Cooks we're similar guys. Speed guys can stretch the field. Obviously, you got Common and you got Simo. Veteran guys can catch the ball very well, can also run. So, I mean, I feel like we got a pretty well-rounded group. Along with the young guys, they can come in there and make big plays like they did in the first game. So I feel like we got a pretty good group, but we're still growing, and we got to keep going, getting better.
Good stuff from the guys as always. So now let's go to our Texans one-on-one interview that we've featured throughout camp so far. Today, we talked to a local product, Austin Dekulus from Cy-Fair High School, the LSU product as well. He is also making a name for himself. He's a funny guy. You'll hear what he has to say. He loves reviewing movies. We broke down a couple of movies that he's seen recently. Some good, some bad. I don't agree with some of them, but that's fine. Each of us is entitled to our own opinion. But football-wise, he's really kind of taken to this veteran group that the Texans have. He's developed his own personality. He's kind of carving out his own niche. Here's Austin Dekulus, Cy-Fair High School product, talking about what this life in the NFL is like for him so far in his young career. Austin Dekulus, rookie offensive lineman with the Texans.
How you doing?
I'm good. Has that set in, by the way? I mean, you went to high school here. I know you get that question all the time, but offensive lineman with the Houston Texans, how's that still sound?
I mean, it sounds like a dream because I'm still living the dream. I'm still trying to make the best out of this opportunity that God gifted me with. It is surreal, you know, playing literally 30 minutes away, playing my entire high school days to get to this point is actually just ridiculous, and it's actually like extremely surreal to me because like you put in the work in high school, you put in the work when you're a little kid to get to the collegiate level, and then the fact that all my training and all my hard work started here and it ended up being here came full circle. So
when was your first Texans game? Do you remember when you went to the stadium to see them for the first time?
I actually, whenever I was in middle school, whenever I was in 6th grade, whenever it was my last year of Little League football, our team actually came out to a Texans practice, to like one of their like camp practices. before we went to actual practice. And it was actually pretty cool just being able to come out here and like watch everything. And I was watching like the one-on-ones now, and it's kind of funny because as a little kid coming here and I see some of these little kids that were around my age coming to see the same thing. So
It's pretty wild. Now do you look at, oh, look, see? Somebody wants to make a cameo. Justin want to make a cameo.
Yep.
You're
shout out to all the vets, you know. They've been
endearing yourself already to the vet.
Laramie Tunsil, Tyus Howard, Cedric, and Justin Britt.
Well done. Well done. Oh.
And AJ Can and Justin McCray and Max Sharpen and.
Because you're gonna have to carry a bunch of stuff if you don't name drop
I'm
the right.
already carrying a lot of stuff, as you can see, but yeah, I love those guys. They've been nothing but the best, being able to take me underneath their wing and just been the best vets I could have. So.
What was your welcome to the NFL moment? Have you had that yet? When you maybe out here practice the first time, lining up with the guys on the other side of the ball? Like when did that happen for you, or are you still waiting for that? Oh man, this is crazy.
I mean, welcome to the NFL moment was just the playbook. During rookie mini camp, you know, you get 3-4 installs in college, and that's equivalent to 1 in the NFL. So that was the big welcome to the league rook type moment. So
you had to study, right? Yeah,
exactly,
that's all part of it too, right?
Exactly.
So what have you? We were joking, obviously, with the
Right.
vets, but what have they taught you the most about playing this position here on this stage?
I mean, playing tackle is always going to be that you're on an island type mindset, and then you have to approach every rep like it's the first. With the vets like LT and Titus, those are two respectable, like all pro, all conference, all type guys. You know, they're all like they're the best. They're the best tackles in this conference for sure. And then just being able to have them like let me take them underneath, like them take me underneath their wing type stuff, and it's been helping tremendously with just overall technique in the pass game. And then the main thing with Coach Hop that's helped me like tremendously is just treating every down like a game instead of just treating every game like a game, just breaking it down even smaller.
Is that hard to do when you're trying to like get up to speed with everybody else? You're treating everybody like, I mean, that's like a mental grind, that's a physical grind, but this is what you signed up for, right?
Exactly. You know, that's why they picked me, because they felt like they could trust me with doing that. It's not easy, but it's also something that I keep on trying to improve daily. It's a skill and it's a craft that you gotta keep on improving.
What's something about Austin Dekulus that most people do not know?
I love music. I'm the biggest movie critic. I feel like I've seen close to every movie that has came out, and then it's just I love just going to the beach. If I can chill with my butt in the sand and toes in the water, I'll be all right. So
I think we find common ground on that, because I will do that. Okay, you're a movie critic, so what's the best movie you've seen this year? What's the worst movie you've seen? Because if you're a movie critic, you have to throw down a little bit on some of these films.
I know. I'll say this: the one that let me down the most, I might take a little smoke on this, but the Thor movie, Love and Thunder. I'm a huge Thor fan.
Okay,
and it hurts
all
my
right.
heart because you see the flow. I mean, you see the hair, you see everything. That's where it comes from. That and Aquaman. I'm a hybrid. But
Okay.
But I mean, it's just something that I wish would like from the themes of Thor Ragnarok, the Dark World, stuff like that. I was a little let down, but overall, a lot of people is gonna have their eyes raised on this one. But the Lightyear movie was surprisingly one of the sleepers of this year.
What?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm
Extremely.
one of the ones raising my eyes, man. I felt like that
Lightyear-
plot just got totally lost. I don't know.
I think it was great. The thing is that they kind of went into like the Interstellar. Have you seen that movie?
Yes, I have.
Whenever every like 4 minutes is like 4 years.
Yeah.
And whenever Buzz Lightyear kept on going to the
That's right.
to the different planets, it was like 4 or 5 years each time. So it's kind of the same thing. So
I think you should write a blog on movies.
I could.
Yeah, I think you should.
I would, but I'm a training camp right now. I ain't got much time, but
You keep studying that playbook,
exactly.
man.
Yes, sir.
Austin, appreciate you.
Thank
Good
you for
luck to
having
you. We'll see you out there on the
Yes, sir.
field.
You have a good one.
Austin comparing himself to Thor is not something that I thought I would hear, but yeah, he's a big dude. Whatever, he can think of himself as Thor, Aquaman hybrid. I kind of like that comparison. All right, as far as the game coming up on Thursday against the 49ers, Lovie Smith did say that more veterans are going to see playing time, especially along the defensive line. Malik Collins, Jerry Hughes, those two veterans we haven't seen yet so far in the preseason. Although that unit has been doing some good things, I mean, they're getting after these teams. I know, albeit against backups, but they're still showing some of the flashes that Lovie hopes can translate to the regular season. Those veterans are going to play. I'm sure Davis Mills is going to see some more playing time as well. We need to see that because after this, we won't see the Texans again until September 11th in the regular season opener against the Colts. I'm Daniel Gotero reporting from Texans training camp. We'll have more coming up later this week as this team continues to grind through camp as they make their way towards the season. See you guys later.